Hello everyone, Nate here with 911 Rapid Response. Thank you for tuning in today. We have a vehicle showcase for you. Behind me, a 2019 Tahoe PPV for a new customer of ours, North Bangor Fire Department. Congratulations to them on this new vehicle, and we appreciate the opportunity given to us to upfit this vehicle and complete the graphics package for them. What we'll do, we'll go over the emergency warning, and we can start here at the front of the vehicle. Up high, we have the Whelen Ceridian Duo light bar, which is red-white to the front, to the sides, has full flood capability, also has dedicated takedowns rather than just dedicated alleys. It's a nice feature with this light bar where we can dedicate those smaller tier configured takedowns, and red amber to the rear for the red amber flash and the amber override for the traffic advisor. Down a little bit lower, we have the Go Rhino LR push bumper. This push bumper allows us to configure the Whelen ions in this top rail. And this particular push bumper here, it can be configured with a light channel cover that offers 2 light head openings or 4 light head openings. Here we opted for the 2 light head opening, so we didn't have to put anything in the grille as we commonly do with the vehicle specific graphics. We integrated that right here into the push bumper. We also have the Whelen SA315 speaker there for all the noise making. And on the sides of the push bumper, we have the Whelen T-ions. Those are in a duo configuration, red and white, so we can get the red flash and the white flash out of those as well. Those surface mount very nicely, a low profile light head, very nice light head that we use commonly. Down even a little bit further, we have the Whelen M4 in red. This is a combo driving light as well, so we have a fog light function for the customer that they can use. The vehicle does not come from the OEM provided with a fog light there, so that gives them that added functionality with the warning light combination. Come around the side of the vehicle, we can see that we have this pretty cool graphics package going on. The color matched yellow stripe going down the center. This is color matched to their fire apparatus, so the vehicle will match and go along with the color scheme of the vehicle. The color scheme of the entire department station. The Maltese cross, the lettering, the numbering, everything that you see printed here is printed in reflective, so at night that's going to get a really good pop. It's going to be very visible. For some added side warning, down at the runner area, we have the Whelen Tracer. These are in a duo. As you can see, we're red flashing. The white in these tracers are going to actually be utilized for additional side lighting, scene lighting, or alley lighting, if you may. They provide very good light output. And in the rear window, we have the Whelen T-ion mounted on a 90-degree bracket there. That's also going to be at a duo configuration, flashing red right now as we are in park. We don't have any white flashing going on. And we can cruise around the back of the vehicle. For warning at the rear, we have the Whelen pillar mounts, another very clean looking addition to the vehicle, adding to the overall package. You know, we utilize a lot of vehicle specific mounting here as much as possible, and this gives a really sleek look. And these light heads are very, very high in output and provide ample rear warning. On the license plate bracket, we have the Whelen T-ions. Those are in a duo, flashing red and amber. Another clean addition. Rather than surface mounting those and putting additional holes in the hatch, we're able to mount those on the license plate bracket there, giving it a very clean look. Also added by the Market Graphics team here, on the back we have the printed reflective as we do on the sides, and we also have the full reflective yellow and red chevron. I'll go ahead and pop the hatch and we can take a look at what we have in the back here while we're around the rear of the vehicle. Lighting on the outside, as far as the license plate lighting, it's all activated and deactivated on a mercury switch. So upon the hatch opening, we actually kill that upward facing lighting. You know, in the event that this vehicle is running command on a scene where they're landing a medevac or something like that, it's absolutely unnecessary to have that intense lighting facing upwards. So we kill that lighting and we activate the T-ions here overhead on the bottom side of the hatch, also duo, red and amber. And we have two Whelen compartment lights on the bottom side of the hatch here. Hands-free operation, so long as that switch is either on white or red, those will activate when the hatch is up. In the back here, 911 Just Box It. We custom made an organizer for them. This is actually based off of a previous model. We did a couple modifications to it based on the customer's needs. As you can see, we have two openings here for radios that will be added by the customer at a later time. They have their own radio guy who's going to go ahead and plug those in for them. We have two USB charging ports. We have a 12-volt charging port. And we also have our standard wall receptacle there, which for operation off of the shoreline or operation off of the inverter. On the passenger side, we have open gear storage area. We actually also provided a basic spring clip mount for the customer to add for mounting a small SCBA. In the center here, this open storage area is fully adjustable height-wise, so they can adjust the height depending on how they want to configure these open spaces. Locking drawers. This one here, just a standard drawer for any additions that they'd like to put in here. And this drawer here is actually hanging file size, so they can store 3-ring binders. And we're also going to add the rails here so that they can hang hanging file folders for any documents that they would want to keep in this command vehicle. I'll just hang on to that. Alrighty, and then all the way over on the passenger side, we actually have a small whiteboard pull out, which is lock in. So we would simply depress this yellow handle here, pull out our whiteboard, flip it down, catches the hatch, and gives it a nice angle for writing there. So rather than having a vertical writing surface, it pops down and secures in that fashion, so it's a little bit easier to write on. And that is aluminum construction. And then we had our graphics team wrap this in a white laminated material so that they can use dry erase markers, so on and so forth. Slides back in, locks neatly there. Some other additions that we have in the back, up on top we have two stream lights with their charging docks. Those were purchased through 911 Rapid Response, provided by us and mounted. And it looks like we can go ahead onto the inside of the vehicle now. Okay everyone, before we hop in and take a look at the console area and the equipment that we have up in the front of the vehicle, I'd like to show you what we have going on as far as our electrical setup, the control systems that we used, and really what makes us separate from the industry. There are many, obviously, upfitters out there, but what you're going to see here is really what we pride ourselves in, and that is organization, neatness, and providing the best function as possible for the customer, as well as providing easy serviceability. So what we're going to see here is the mounting plate for all of our electronics, our fuse panel, our HHS 4200 controller, which is WeCan supported. Just behind the WeCan controller, we're going to see that we have a Smart Logic flasher provided by Whelen, and that's enabling us to utilize some additional function out of the rear pillar lighting that we have here. The rear pillar lightings were actually configured in a WeCan format rather than a low current setup. So we utilize this flasher again to give us some additional function and some programmability, and we'll go over that here momentarily. But as you can see, the routing, the wiring, the overall setup and the neatness and attention to detail that we have going on here. It's really grade A, and another great installation done by our techs here in the shop. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and take a look over the console area and the additions that we have in the front of the vehicle. For the console, we have the Havas vehicle-specific wide console. So a typical size console is going to be approximately this wide. You're not going to have this additional space here. What this additional space provides is it's going to really fill in the area between the seats, and it's also providing us a small map book pocket here for a 3-ring binder or any type of important documents or maps that the end user would want to store and have at hand while driving. At the top of the console, we have factory relocated USB and auxiliary port, and we also have 2 12-volt power points there. Here we have an opening for the customer to add their radio. We did provide the antenna cable, the ignition power, the power source, and a ground wire for the customer easily to add the radio after the fact. They're not going to have to worry about digging into our wiring, running wires to a fuse panel, etc. It's going to be a plug-and-play installation for them. Just below the opening here, we have the Whelen controller. This is again the HHS 4206 variant with the rotary knob. The HHS 4200 would come with the handheld version of this controller. And we have some functionality built in across the top here. Our left alley, our takedown, right alley, the fog lights as mentioned earlier in the video. We can press that button there to give them the fog light function out of the M4s in the front. Low power override, so we can low power the light bar manually or disable low power at nighttime if we would like to. Just aside of that, we have a power call button for an additional siren, a mechanical button for the electronic version of a mechanical siren, and then all the way to the right we have a dimmer for the backlight and the controller itself. Traffic advisor controls as usual, manual siren, air horn, and all the other functionality on the rotary knob. Just below that, we custom fabricated this plate here to accept the remote panel for the Xantrex Freedom HF inverter. So this inverter actually provides us with charging capability for the battery when plugged in via Shoreline, and it also enables us to utilize the inverted power from 12-volt DC in the vehicle at a push of a button. So 2 units wrapped up into one, very handy, less equipment to mount, and it's a very functional product and a product that we've used with much success. To the rear of the console, we have the 6-degree angled cup holders so that we have a level surface there. This console does have a bit of a grade to it to the back, and then the side-mounted armrests. All right, everyone, thank you again for tuning in and following along with us. If you do not, make sure you like, subscribe, follow on all of our social media outlets. Plenty of pictures, plenty of videos to come. More great projects like you see behind me. Fantastic job done by the team here at 911 Rapid Response, Market Graphics, and Just Box It. From the installation shop to the vinyl application to the custom fabrication of the wood organizer in the rear. Overall, fantastic project. And if you do have any questions for us, or if we can help you out with anything regarding your next upfit, please feel free to reach out, 717-473-3843. Thank you again and have a great day.